Hello, everyone. It is Felicia Bender, the practical numerologist, and I am here with your monthly numerology forecast for the personal year for February 2023. So, if you're unsure of your personal year, take a look at the description box down below. There's a calculator there, and just wanting to make sure you're at the right place at the right time. Otherwise, I am jumping right in because this is an personal year forecast for February, and it is a one personal month for you. It is a 1 month. So, what does that mean? The reflection for you for February is that this is the month to concentrate on liftoff for business and for career related ventures because it's an 8 year and a 1 month. If there's any two numbers in numerology that scream business, it's those two numbers. So it's the 8 year and the 1 month. So you got a lot going on. Okay. So last month gave you some much needed time, potentially, hopefully, to recalibrate and to really ready yourself to walk over this bridge from your planning and knowledge gathering 7 personal year, which was last year in 2022. And now you're moving into this really highly charged energy of the 8. I'll remind you again that this is the beginning of a 3 year, very important transition cycle for you. So this is year one of that transition, okay? And yet January itself was a little bit of a jagged entryway into your 8 personal year because it began with the need to close out a few things, tie up some loose ends, experience some maybe surprisingly heightened emotional moments, something of that nature that started out your year in January. And so now here we are, February, and it is time for some liftoff. You've kind of cleared the slate, right? You've cleared the platter. So now it's time to kind of begin something, to start something, to have some revised, renewed energy. So some new opportunities will more than likely come to your attention sometime around February 7th. So remember to wear your kind of practical and business-like gear right now because February really, truly, this is a power month for you. It marks the genesis of an extremely productive time if you choose to use it that way. So that means that you have to focus on what you truly want and follow through with action and not wishful thinking. All the pondering, all the planning, all the prep, all the desire. The time is now. So I would say, any of you Rocky Horror Picture Show fans out there, the song from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, "Don't dream it, be it." That is your mantra for this year, totally, and particularly for this month. Don't dream it, be it. You got to do it. You got to be it. You got to go after it this month. So the 8 personal year is empowerment boot camp. It's training you, it's testing you, handing you a big dose of tough love in many ways, in hopes that you will step into yourself and claim your power. That really is an underlying that's an underlying initiative all year long in an 8 personal year. So it really is demanding, and it's demanding that you do seriously take yourself seriously to begin to do that and to go after what you want. Okay. So many people experience this as a time of magnificence, okay, where so much converges, so much comes together, all the things you've been working toward, all the things you've been putting all that effort and energy into come to fruition, allowing you to reap the benefits, the rewards from all the work and effort you've put in. Many people will tell you, and so will I, that the 8 is, as a personal year is a as you reap will. Let me back up. As you have sown, you shall reap. Okay, so it's a reap as you've sown year, all in all. And yet it doesn't mean that things will magically fall into place. You have to still take control. You still have to guide it, right? You kind of have to be the CEO of your own existence in an 8 personal year. So it's time to organize, to reorganize, to manage, to delegate, to tap into your sense of abundance and really put the I can't uh, or never getting a break or right, all of that's got to go to the side, and now is the time to take charge and to take responsibility. Okay, so on or about February 12th or the 18th, you'll need to work with really coming to terms with or kind of cutting to the chase on some of your projects so that you can surge kind of forward, that last surge to the finish line. So you're going to expect some obstacles, as you will have all year long in an 8, and yet adjust any of those roadblocks that are standing in your way during the week of February 21st. It's up to you to see them and to move them accordingly, really. So this is a particularly fertile time for putting your creative ideas into action. So the 1 is all about taking the lead. It's encouraging you, offering you supportive energy to step into your weird ideas, your innovative, concepts, your quirky way of doing things. That is truly where your success is going to reside this month. It's an empowering year overall. And yet, as a friend of mine would say, it is not for weenie roasts. Okay? This is the time to stand up and be counted, to claim your space. All right? There's a quote by Mara Rolls. It's a really great way to start off this power month for you. All months are power months for you in a 8 personal year, but we'll talk again through these forecasts with the how they particularly show up for you during your power year. And yet I'll go back to Mara. She says this. She says, and I'll quote her here: possession of material riches without inner peace is like dying of thirst while bathing in a lake. I love that because it really is about putting it all in front of you and putting it in perspective, because the 8 personal year is not only about money. Anyone who knows something about numerology will always say, oh, the 8, the money number. Yeah, it is. It is the money number. And yet, to me, it's even more of a power number and empowerment number. And it's really good to focus on that quote. And you can have all, and we see this in life, in the very practical realm of real day to day existence. Having a ton of money doesn't make you happy. And having a lot of money doesn't make you a kinder or a better person. Having a lot of money doesn't make you give back to society or, in any way. So it really is asking you to ponder those things and to really position yourself in terms of your value system and how you operate in that world, what money means to you and what it doesn't. All of those heavier key concepts are part of your entire 8 personal year. So this is a great tool for reflection as you work on your year of empowerment with your financial focus here. And here's another great quote. I think it's Bob Marley, to keep, I don't know, taped on your bathroom mirror as a guiding light during your finance and empowerment year. And I love this quote because here's the quote. Here's what he says. He says, some people are so poor, all they have is money. And so once again, it's really moving you into the idea around money. What is abundance? What does that mean? How do you play it out? And that's all year long. So we're going to return to these thoughts and to these concepts as we move through your personal year. And so it's really so much more complex and fabulous, actually, than just being a money year. Understand also that it's a money year, but it can be that you get a lot and you spend a lot. It can be that you have, highs, and then you go into research and development and you spend so that you're investing. So understand that it's not a linear pathway during the 8, because sometimes I'll work with people in their 8 personal year and they'll feel like they really failed because of that. But that isn't the case. It's like you're really moving the money around. You're moving it around. and understanding the constant flow. Because if you look at the eight, it is the number of infinity. It's the number of constant flow. So you can't hang on to things. You have to allow it to flow in and out, and that's how abundance happens, right? So it is a year of magnificence where you can manifest your desires often beyond your wildest dreams. And I would ask, how committed are you to your own success and in this in your life? Whether it's, well, it's all of the, all of the components of life, right? Materially, but in your relationships, all of those things. How committed are you? And this year is pushing you to the limit in terms of you want that, you really want that. Okay, prove it. Prove that you want it. Go after it. Okay. So how willing are you to take total responsibility for yourself and where you find yourself at this point? So those are key concepts that the eight is always going to bring in. So this year has you answering these questions and so many more. So the month of February itself can really set the tone for how you focus your attention this whole year, what you focus it on, and how you actively engage in what's happening. A very powerful, very dynamic month for you this month. So that is your numerology forecast for the eight personal year for February, and I hope you have a fantastic one. I can't wait to hear about all the stuff you get done during this month, and I'll see you back here for the March forecast at the end of the month.